phonograph if not for the doting care which you take for my goddamned fantastic words. I do believe I would easily allow my grandeur to escape into the ether. Besides that you will be the device to tell future generations of my veracity, you are also the device which reminds me what the fuck I said just last eve. It does appear that I drank every drop of gin in my household, which, since I keep a room which I call that one with all the gin, means I drank a rather copious volume of the stuff. I realized that in my drunken stupor, I had the idea to pay that filthy immigrant, Nikola Tesla, a visit. It appears he set up shop on Houston Street in New York, making rather fanciful inventions out of electricity. Electricity? Ha! As I told Ethel, it sounds like the devil's marital aid. At this, Ethel frowned and asked who I believed the devil's wife to be. She was cracking wise at my expense, but rather than making a joke, which would take some time to compose, I told Ethel to shut the fuck up. I was off to pay Tesla a visit and see what he could do to raise the profile of my grand campaign for mayor. I crossed the Brooklyn Bridge, rising from the seat of my motor carriage to often punch the horses of those who refused to swear to me their vote. I arrived at the home of the slimy Serbian and rapped my cane on his door. The man who answered the door had a rather dashing mustache and wise eyes. But I first realized that he had equal parts pigeon and scientific equipment behind him. The man was clearly a pant-shitting loon. Though I didn't desire to ruin what may be a situation uniquely beneficial to me and fuck that guy, so I kept up appearances and invited my grand self into his laboratory to discuss my ideas. Over tea, I told him of my plan of a future campaign rally, to have him stand on a stage and introduce me. He should throw the switch, send devil-fornicating electricity through the air, and suddenly 1,000 lighted bulbs would illuminate, and Frederick Wurster would appear on a mechanical elephant, spouting nickels to the crowd from its trunk. Sweet Mary's chafed nipples, what a sight! The man Tesla looked at me with a bit of confusion. He explained to me that most of what I described was not at all possible. Plainly, the man was what the British call having a fucking laugh. I decided to ease his mind. I knew he was born a Serb under the Austrian Empire. As I am a man descended from Germans, I knew he'd see the glory in his Germanic lords. So I offered a toast to the aged Emperor Francis Joseph. The crazy bastard flew into a rage and ordered me out of his house. 'Tis a good thing Brooklyn and New York shall never know each other, and that a clean river separates us. Because, dear phonograph, dear Charles says it best, fuck that shit.